Well, look, it's got to go someplace else where there actually is a lower tax rate. And, so far the Department of Finance is saying that the effect of this change is actually not going to impact Canada's overall competitive advantage when it comes to other jurisdictions in the G7. We will still have a comparatively low tax rate when it comes to business in this country, right? The other thing too is that, remember, the holders of that capital, where they live matters to them, and
it's sticky.
Place is sticky. Where you start your business is also probably, where you have your friends and your family and your kids in school. And so giving all of that up and just saying, that's it, I'm picking up and moving out of the country is not a straightforward proposition for an awful lot of people.
Is there clear data on this? People point to when Paul Martin, Brian Mulroney raised the inclusion rate, Paul Martin lowered the inclusion rate, and there's a whole series of other tax changes made by Paul Martin to sort of make things more competitive here economically.
Yeah.
Can you unspool the data and say, lowering the inclusion rate unleashed this amount of economic growth? Like, how do we come to a sort of a factual conclusion on this?
I know. There's the literature on this stuff, the research on this stuff. Number one, it's really hard to do because there's so many moving pieces. And like I said, so many different considerations, especially when you're talking about, tech sector and incorporated people and so forth. But look, and I've got this posted on my my Twitter thread, and happy to bump it up into the thread again so people can find it more easily. When you just look at the data of people coming into Canada and people migrating out of Canada, the line moves up and down, but it doesn't move up and down clearly in relationship to changes in capital gains policy, right? So, I mean, look, that's not sophisticated causal analysis.